Hey, welcome to voluntarily venting from the truck. How y'all doing out there? You know, I got a lot of shit to talk about, a lot of things I want to say. I usually do it from the studio, but you know, work comes first. With that being said and done, you know, first and foremost, happy holidays to everybody. Be safe. Um, be careful out there. You know what I'm saying? We got people lurking for bullshit, looking to actually, tear down what you got. Uh, what I'm saying is, I want to talk about today on so much shit that's going on. Now we speaking about black on black right now. How can we better ourselves and all the shit that is going on? All right. I'm just sad. It's just sad to say that we as a community or as a nation is already set in our ways. We already set to not do shit. Somebody says something, I would get the information for you. But my man, he's a comedian. He said the exact thing that I wanted to hear was all this shit that's going on. What are the fuck we gonna do about it? Nothing. We're not doing nothing. So stop making noise. All right. Stop saying simple shit. I get it. All right, I get it. With Kanye West, I get it with uh, Kyrie Irving. I get it with Shaq, Barkley, all of them. Hat goes off to LeBron. If anybody think Jerry Jones had no racial slurs back then, it's a fucking fool. If anybody don't think that he done threw rocks and spit on some blacks back then, there's a fucking fool, because they say you are guilty by association. Now, just wanted to be curious. At the age of 14, you're way more beyond curious. But that's neither here nor there. Fuck it. He did it. He done it. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do shit about it. I do say that what I'm saying, yeah, he should pay a penalty because of Kyrie Irving. Had to do the same thing, but it's a tick for tack going on, this and that. We ain't gonna push the issue for that. Black people today, to me, it's pretty much over for us if we ain't gonna do nothing about it. And what I mean by that is that we were the most and are the most hated race here in America. Our African brothers that comes over don't even fucking like us. Act like they do, but they don't. They know for a fact they don't give a fuck about us. Chinese people don't give a fuck about us. Spanish people don't give a fuck about us. The white people don't give a fuck about us. And blacks don't give a fuck about themselves. Alright? So we're not caring about ourselves at all for none of this shit. For whatever reason that was embedded in us, that was embarked in us, and a whole nine. Only thing we should be is thankful that from the line of lineage that came through, that we were in slavery, that we was the line that got saved, far as our grandfathers and grandmothers and great grandfathers and great grandmothers and our ancestors that got saved to actually have us. Um, we're not doing nothing about it because we don't even look back on the history of what we need to be taught, what need to be said, how we need to go about things. We sit here every day. We call our women's a bitch and then get on social media and be like, the black queen. And, in music, we call them bitches and whores and, and shit like that. And you know, we acknowledge them as a queen. They acknowledge us as as a king. But we don't treat each other like that. Kings and queens, you know what I'm saying? It's nothing but, to me, it's nothing but a word to be said now. Because everybody here is a king and queen in their own little way, relationship-wise. Black men, you know, to me, it's like, it's a shame we degraded ourselves so fucking much to where as though we don't even have power anymore. We don't have power in our house. We don't have power on the street. We don't have power no fucking where. And those who got power are in power, meaning they got money. So they surrounded by power. But for the average person, such as myself, and every average Joe worker that works, you know what I'm saying, as a black man, don't have no more power. Let that shit, not saying don't let it go, but just start teaching and forcing your kids to get prepared. I work now for not only my kids, my grandkids, my kids' kids, my kids' kids. Because I don't live my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50-something years old. And, what little life I had to enjoy, I enjoyed it the way I enjoyed it, incarceration, home, or whatever. But now I'm trying to prepare things for my little ones coming up. My kids, and so forth. So I'm trying to prepare something for them. With that being said and done, I'm not here to prepare them for hate, because hate is taught, is not inherent. It's taught. So if it's taught, if you are being taught to hate, you damn sure can be taught to love. But it's just so mind-boggling that a lot of people hate before they love. Now we go into religions and shit like that. I'm not even going that way, because religion brings forth separation. To me, that's how I look at it. It brings forth separation because it divides exactly who we are as humans. Then we get to talking and battling in each other's books. And these books was written, in every book we see lies or something that was told. When you learn the actual language that was the book was written in, then you'll learn your religion. But with that being said, that's another story. My thing is, black man, black woman, black child. We see exactly what's going on. We know where it's going at. You know what I'm saying? We know where the life is going at. You know what I'm saying? We know where we going at, because, like I said again, just don't look at the fact that the Jews are a person or peoples that started this shit just now. It's been going on for years. They've been organized for years, and I respect that. Whether they white Jews or black Jews, who the fuck original Jews or whatever, at this point, the ones that is in power, they was organized. They organized shit. They got shit done. We, as black people, were so conditioned to not see the good or the good work that our peoples can do, because we were so fucking brainwashed and fucked up that we passed that shit on and on and on to this day. When someone get hurt, oh man, I need me a Jew lawyer. first thing we say. All up until Johnny Cochran, everybody was hollering Jew lawyers. When Johnny Cochran passed, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody was hollering Jew lawyers. Then Johnny Cochran came, people was hollering Johnny Cochran, the Cochran firm or whatever. Cochran gone because he broke a big case and he got the recognition as Johnny Cochran. But still, yeah, there's other lawyers out there that can represent even better that's black. But no, we say we get a Jew lawyer. Because why? He gets money. But that Jew lawyer get money, but he also takes his money, your money, and their money. So remember that. All right? And can't be mad at them because they organize to do that. They do their numbers. They set their fucking things up. You know, every other nationality doesn't like us. We fucking know this. But as consumers, we spend trillions on everything. My man made a point on social media that I seen. He said something that we should boycott or whatever. I get it. But he said, yo, listen, we still rocking Ralph Lauren's, Polo, which is Ralph Lauren's, you know, Timberlands, Versace's, you know what I'm saying? We're rocking all this shit, right? Which these peoples has created that was mob of peoples that didn't like blacks. But you know what they realized? We are their biggest consumers. And blacks, you know what we do? Black men, black women, we buy the best or try to buy the best for our kids, and we really ain't buying shit for our kids. Because our education, that shit don't mean shit now. You know what I'm saying? We don't teach our kids how to do certain things. Nevertheless, that's another level. It's another level of life, you know. But at this point, all this hatred that's going on is being taught. We cannot be getting mad at people for wanting to do what they got to do because we set that bar. We set the standards of that shit to be so fucking high. We raised that bar for where it's though, listen, if a black man get out of place, this is his penalty. You understand what I'm saying? We get out of place, this is what the fuck we gonna pay. We're gonna pay for this and that. I was hearing on a station that they were speaking about the Holocaust and, you know, people's escaping the Holocaust. Did they survive the Holocaust? No, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Some people's escaped during the Holocaust. Like some of our slaves escaped. But nevertheless, you know what I'm saying, is that those Jews put themselves together and came up with a plan to make America pay for it. The Holocaust was, I think, ended in liberty with the war of 1945, somewhere like that, I believe. And I can understand how they felt over there because even though we were in slavery, they was being targeted to get killed. So I understand that. I understand their fear on that. I respect that. My hat goes off to them on that. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I would feel some type of way knowing that this is what my ancestors had to go through. My mother and father had to go through. You know what I'm saying? Because we went through a lot. Black people, we went through a hell of a lot. But at the same time, you know, we didn't organize nothing to come together. Anything. And when we can do that, then we can open up and start seeing a lot of shit being done. With that, I'm going to say peace.